Did you know that child obesity has doubled in children and quadrupled in adolescents? It is so sad how many children that there are that are obese in this world. I try to feed my children healthy foods and nutritional snacks and have them have activities throughout the day to keep them active. There's so many children that are made fun of, and I am so afraid that my children will get that. Kids are cruel these days. My kids are current up with their pediatrician, and I follow along with them to make sure that they are healthy, and as everyone should. I am gonna go over a couple things today. Why obesity is so dangerous in children, and that did you know that obesity is tied to a lot of cancers? And then obese children are at a greater risk for bone and joint problems and sleep apnea. It is just so important that your children are healthy because you want them to live a prolonged, fun, healthy lifestyle. And that's just that. Did you know that when you eat at McDonald's and Jack in the Box, what are you really actually eating? Did you know that you're eating ammonium sulfate, ascorbic acid, high fructose corn syrup? We all have heard about high fructose corn syrup, haven't we? When you can eat natural fruit, natural foods and fresh vegetables, because when you're eating a carrot, by God, all you're eating is actually a carrot. You're not getting any ammonium sulfate or acids or God knows what else that you could possibly get. And let's talk about meals from McDonald's. Happy Meal sales in 2012 is 1.2 billion. That's insane. I know that you've seen those posts on Facebook about the 5-year-old cheeseburger that still looks the same. That's disgusting. And also, did you know that overweight children, there's 42 million under 5 years old that were obese in 2013? Now, let's get real. That is the parent's problem. You are supposed to be a role model for your child and teach your child everything that they are supposed to be learning. Please, please focus on your children and make sure that they are healthy and eating a wonderful lifestyle, because you don't understand how dangerous it is for your child to be obese. I mean, one, let's think your child's going to get made fun of, come home crying to you, and you're going to have to take care of that. Two, how hard is it to push carrots or broccoli or celery? Okay, well, not celery because it's kind of gross. Something healthy in your child's face rather than a cheeseburger or chicken nuggets that you don't even know what is in it, what animal, what byproduct, whatever it is. You just don't know what goes into things these days, and you're just shoving them in your kid's mouth to get them to hush. Give them some carrots, give them some ranch dressing, feed them a nutritious meal for dinner, send them off to school with a nutritious meal for breakfast. It's so easy to obtain a healthy lifestyle. Diet, exercise, and dedication. When you walk around, do you want to huff and puff for air? Or do you want to walk around and feel confident in your own skin and your own body and show your kids that you love your life? And that's just that. Here is a graph. In 1974, there were 5% of 2 to 5 year olds were obese. 3.75% of 6 to 11 year olds were obese. And then 6% of 12 to 19 year old adolescents were obese. Now let's go to 2004. 13.5% of 2 to 5 year olds are obese. 18.5 6 to 11 year olds are obese. And then 17% of children 12 to 19 were obese. My children love to ride horses. They love to play soccer. They love to play baseball. They love to do anything outside. Don't tell me, mind you, my children have PS4s and game things, but you have to limit your children to what they have. As far as access time, you have to limit that. You have to protect your children. I know I'm like a mama bear when it comes to my children, and I get crazy. And the last thing I want is my children to be obese. Here is a little kind of just a more of a breakdown. In 1980, 15% of children were obese. 1990, 22% were obese. 2000, 31% were obese. In 2008, 34% are obese. It's ridiculous how most people will just feed their kids whatever. What is the difference between you going out and spending $40 to $50 on a meal for your family versus spending $20 to $25 to feed your children and your family a healthy, nutritional meal? You have to think about things like this, because living a healthy, active lifestyle can change and prolong your life along with your children's life. Don't you want to be alive when your children have children? Don't you want to be grandparents? I know that your children love their life, and the last thing that they want to do is to be suffering. Don't be lazy and live a short life. Not everyone's perfect. Everybody has bad days. I'm dieting, and sometimes I have bad days too, but you know, I don't let that get me down, because tomorrow is always a new day. Tomorrow you can start changing your life, changing your eating habits, and being a better person for you and your children. I hope that this has motivated you to realize that it's not hard to eat healthy. I know sometimes I would rather eat ice cream over some carrots and ranch. Okay, I get it. Everybody does. But don't torture yourself. Allow yourself to have at least some stuff that is awful for you, because if you don't, you're gonna fail. You're setting yourself and your children up for failure. And that is all I have to say, is be healthy and live a good lifestyle, because your children will thank you so much for it.